Welcome to Framework Fortune and welcome back Framework Fortune community. I'm your host Ben and we've got our co-host H&H Trader Hal in the house tonight. Hal, how's it going, buddy?
Going good. Today was one of those days, made a okay stupid trade. It went good, just did not lock in, so we'll talk about it.
You gonna shed a tear over there, buddy?
Nah, man. If it was $300, then I'd be crying.
All right, guys, so let's dive into the last strip for tonight. Let's check on the DIA here. So, a little nasty there. Having a big drop-off towards the end of the day. I haven't seen the markets yet. Let's see how this market watch looks. I bet that's pretty. Oh, everything's red except for Tesla.
What they doing? Creating new people?
Probably. So, hey, okay, well. So, yeah, it didn't hold. I was actually right about this. When I said last night, if that didn't hold up, and even if it did hold up above there, it could dip back down to that 50, and it almost got down there. It's holding up that $350 area.
It's almost time.
Yeah, that's a pretty bearish signal, having that indecision candle there. And then it had this thick red candle right here coming down. So usually means a bearish move is coming. How big of a move it'll be, I don't know. If it'll be the big one. But it could be. You gotta be concerned.
You remember the other day when we were doing the last rip and we saw that signal and I told you that was a bearish sign. That you see that wick, that morning star wick right there, that red one you got right there. We were looking on a smaller time frame, but it's literally the exact same thing on a larger time frame. Bearish signal. Yeah. That morning star.
Okay, so you know the name of it. I just call them thick and little. So the thick candle was, dropping below the little tiny thin candle. But yeah, that's a pretty bearish signal. No matter what you want to call it, I'd say we'll probably have a pullback tomorrow. But once again, we had another hot day in the low floats, or at least decently warm. Looking at the NASDAQ top gainer, we've got PMCP at 189%, SGOC 67%, VRPX at 50%, and that was pretty much all pre-market gain on VRPX, but nice to see some bigger gains on the NASDAQ and a little bit bigger on the NYSE, but not much. So maybe we're going to get into a little hot, low float, small cap market here with the market getting shaky. The big money seems to be coming out with Apple and Google and all them turning red.
School is starting as well, so a lot of people about to get back, and the full-time day traders about to come off vacation.
Yeah, I jumped in PMCB today, and this was the majority of my trades.
Well, you're getting in and out.
Yeah, I was in and out all over this place.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so your initial buy was 50 shares, then you sold 20, sold 30.
Yeah.
Because it was moving a little weird.
Yeah. It moved a little wonky. Like on that candle there, I sold 30 because it looked like it was going to crack 8 right there. And then when it came back up to 850, I jumped back in. And then it came down and dumped on me right there. So that's when I took a loss on that one. But you can see that indecision candle and the bearish engulfing candle following.
Yeah.
So I had to get out as soon as I saw this start turning red. Then I saw it start holding up right here with this little bit of support. So I jumped in here off this bounce of the 40 DMA, 30 shares at $8 when it started pushing back above. And I sold 10 of it at the top of it. Right there at, well, not exactly at the top. Actually at 937, right around here in the middle of the candle. And then I held the other 20 for a little bit longer. And then I had to jump out. This dump right here was quick. This candle closed, and this immediately opened and just dumped. So I was thinking, well, it did that earlier because it did the same thing here. When this candle closed, this indecision, as soon as it opened, it had a little push up like it was going to run, and then just dumped so quick. And I was halted both times on the ends of those dumps. So that one I didn't get out in time and was stuck in the halt on the way down. All 3 trades ended up with $48 profit on that.
Nice.
And then the only other trade I took besides the swing that I'm holding was BWAY. And this had expanded FDA approval, pretty low float. It was making this little consolidation here, and then you see right there on that candle as it was pushing up and broke over the tops of these candles that were holding up as resistance at pre-market. I jumped in there, wrote it up. It got all the way up to 1022, and I didn't lock it out. I was holding to see if it was going to continue to run, but when it came back down, I just jumped out. I think I put a stop loss there, so $1 in profit. It just happened to hit my stop loss.
I was not going to trade PMCB because I don't touch shelf registration stocks. And you saw those halts going down. I don't know if you went and checked what kind of halts they were. They were volatility halts, but in those types of situations, that's how a shelf registration happens. It'll halt going down, and then all of a sudden, you're opening up a couple of dollars lower. So
yeah, I mentioned that in the live stream. That's what I was concerned about with these halts down. I was real nervous on that candle when it halted after it's kind of lost momentum there. Yeah, so
didn't get into that one, but I did trade RHE for a very quick, stupid trade. It was I shouldn't have took this trade. So it shot up, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna let it consolidate a little bit, and it had the 200 moving average right under it. So I was like, man, this thing's consolidating. I got in one time with 100 shares on that green candle. I got in right there. It failed, so I went ahead and got out of there. Then it dipped down and then started holding again. So I got in right in that green candle. Perfect entry. I mean, absolutely just perfect entry with 150 shares. It ran up. I did not lock it in, and it dropped.
So you pulled a me today. You got to lock in those profits, man.
I was like, bro, what? I was like, you know what? It's okay because I managed the risk. It wasn't just a stupid loss, but still, oh man, I was sick with that one. I was sick.
That didn't have any PR or anything, just a low float. It looked it had PR yesterday, it looks like.
Yep, but it was where it was holding, and it was literally the 200 was the only thing it had to break under it. So I was like, all right, if it can hold above this, it could probably give a little move up. It did. I just played there very, very badly. I was looking for a little bit of continuation because if you look on the daily chart, RHE has been one that gets some nice pops once in a while. So I was like, okay, this thing can probably go higher. So I'm gonna hold it just a little bit, but had to cut that loss on that 150 shares. I should have locked some of it out, maybe like 50 or 100 shares, but you know, sometimes they just go like that. As long as but I'm glad I didn't continue holding it because it faded pretty nicely into like that little flat bottom.
It just went sideways the rest of the day there.
Yeah. So the other one that I got into was GRVI. It was the one that kind of made me a little bit of profit back. I was down almost $50. At the end of the day, this is where I got in. So
you're trading down. Okay.
It jumped up on my scanner, and then it started consolidating up there. And I saw the red pullback. I said, I'm going to wait a little bit. The green came, the red came, the green came. I was like, all right, I'm just going to hold it for a little bit. So I got in on this little, what I said was a bearish signal at first. That would have been a bearish signal, except we were above the VWAP. So I was like, all right, there's a little bit of buying pressure coming in here. So I got in right there, and I held all the way to the top. And this time I did take profit up there. So it gave me a bit of money back, kind of cut my red day in half.
Yeah, very nice. And this could be one that could continue to rip.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did get some good news, strategic partnership with Alphi. And now it's above all the EMAs. Yeah, this one I'm going to keep on my watch list.
Yeah, I wish it was the only one I traded. I would have been up nice $30-$40.
Yeah, and it didn't get a ton of volume yet today. It looks like buying just started coming in with that little break on the daily chart there. But you got to cross over all the EMAs.
It was just me by myself moving that stock. That's all.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep that one on watch. I like that. RHE one, I was looking at it. It tried to break over this downtrend here on the daily. And you see the 200 and the 10-day and the downtrend are all right there at like 750. And it pushed back below it. But
Mm-hmm.
this is the first day it's had some actual buying volume. So if it has buying volume again in the morning and it can break that area, it might have a little rebound because this stock has just had a big sell off from this previous leg up.
Exactly. That's what I was looking
So
at today. I was like, man, this thing get at least a little pop. But I got the pop, didn't take the profit. It paid
yeah,
me nice $70, didn't take it.
yeah, only 1.7 million shares. Yeah, I think that could definitely pop up big, maybe this week or next week if it breaks that
Uh,
downtrend.
yep. Where did VRPX end up going today?
To the trash.
I said that it was gonna go and see the $20. I knew it was gonna
Yeah.
go down there. Man, I'm so glad I didn't trade that.
Yeah, it ran too hard in pre-market. I mean, it ran all the way to
Hmm.
40 in pre-market, and when I saw that, I was like, oof, I don't think that's going to continue to run. Shout out to Brian C., a subscriber from the channel in the live chats, made 10 grand on this play from swinging it from yesterday into this morning pre-market, man. 10 grand. So congratulations, Brian, for that killer
That
win.
man, bravery, bro. That man got the kahunas. Man's walking around with bull balls.
Bull balls. But yeah, that I mean, it just ran too high, too fast. It was just $4 the other day, so $4 to $40 in less than 24 hours. That's insane. It's probably done. Now I did notice SGOC was getting a little action again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, went on that big run a while back, so it is above all the EMAs. It did close there, so that could be one to keep on watch. I'm in DATS. I got in DATS today and forgot about it. Put a stop loss in, 50 shares. Yeah, I forgot about it until we started recording. So right there, 50 at 394. So I got at the top of that resistance, and then it just came back around slowly and eventually broke over at some point. It did get all the way up to 430, but looks like it closed over this triangle and is holding 418 in after hours. So we'll see if I can continue out of that triangle tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'm up $10, so that's good.
Nice. So you already got a cushion for tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm starting off with a cushion on this
Yeah.
forgotten day trade turn swing trade. Well, I never hit my stop loss, so what are you gonna do?
Yep.
And it's still in this wedge and broken out of it, so that one could be interesting tomorrow. Is there any other ones that you noticed today that might get some action?
That's it. I'm gonna see what hits the scanner tomorrow, and we'll see what goes. Those GRVI was an interesting one. I don't know if RHE it got that little pop, but it's low float and it's been a popper, but maybe it's not found the bottom yet, and it still wants to go down a little bit more. But it was above the 200 moving average, so I was like, oh, okay, it looks
Yeah.
good, but
Yeah,
definitely,
I like GRV a lot. That's one I
yeah,
definitely
that
will
was the
keep a
best one
close
I
eye
saw in
on.
the day.
And then
That was the
ALF actually closed above the EMAs too today, continuing a
hmm
little movement. So ALF is another one to keep on watch. Yeah, it just broke this downtrend.
yeah.
Now it's back bullish. So that could definitely get some action on that.
hmm
Well, we'll see if this heat continues or if we heat up even more because we're still not in a super hot, low float, small cap market. We're just kind of heating up a little bit. Last week and week before that was pretty slow. So even the
Yeah,
start of this week was slow.
this has been the first day that we've seen 200% movers on the same day in a long time.
Yeah, green day for me, little red day for Hal, but he's been green all week. So it looks like we're about on pace this week. See if we can't finish the week off strong with some big green days here.
Yep.
So we'll be back tomorrow morning for some more live stream trading on both this channel and H&H Traders channel. Go check that channel out. He's got a lot of stuff going on over there too. And you'll be good for in the morning for 8 a.m. for the show. Yeah, okay. So come
Yep.
join us for the pre-market show on either channel, either live stream. We'll be having each other's audio on there discussing our war plans for the day. Appreciate everybody joining us as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.